Hey guys, welcome to Anything is Possible Wednesdays. I'm so excited that you're here. This is my very first in a series, first time on YouTube. I'm so excited to be here. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Genevieve Crownson. I'm an author, fiction author, and animal lover, and I'm always looking for ways to be happy and in the moment, and I'm just always searching for that. So I wanted to kind of create this YouTube channel that lets me share with you all the things that I'm learning and experiencing as I go along. Now, I actually was really afraid to create videos, and it took me a while to get up the courage to do so, but I decided to kind of not put it off any longer and do it. So hence the first topic of Anything is Possible Wednesdays is that we are going to be talking about the big elephant in the room. You guys know what it is. It's fear. You know, when we get all your hands get clammy and you freak out and you're just so afraid of what's going to happen. We're going to talk about that and some ways that we can all overcome it. Stuff that's really worked for me, and I hope that they work for you too. So today we're going to talk about the 3 best ways that I found to kick fear to the curb for good. I have tried all sorts of different things, and every time I've done these 3 things, I felt so much better. And so I hope that they help you too. Okay, so number 1 is we are going to face our fears head on. It's only when we can face our fears that we can overcome our fears. It's when we shy away from them and let them control us is when we start to have problems. If I had let my fear win, we would never even be talking on YouTube together right now. And I'm so glad that I faced my fear, I looked up to it, and it really isn't that bad. I hope that you guys are glad that I decided to do this as well. So next time you're afraid of something, make sure you just face it head on, look it in the eye, and say, I am not going to let you win out over me. Make sure you're very strong about it. Okay? Number 2, we're going to practice being present. Half of what we think about comes from the past or the future, never in the present. So we're going to try to focus on the present moment. If you focus on the present moment, usually what you're worrying about hasn't even happened yet, or it's something that has happened to you before and you're worried about happening again. But if we stay in the present moment, we kind of don't give away that power. We don't have to worry about, oh, is this going to happen? I'm not sure if they're going to like me. I'm not sure what they're going to think of me. All of those things go around, but they're all just things that are from the future that we can't control. All we have is right now, right here, and so we deserve to be happy. So let's go ahead and make a decision right now that we're going to stay in the now. It's okay to plan for the future. Of course, we want to plan and have goals and all those things, and you can go ahead and write those things down and plan them out and do what you're going to do, but then make sure you come back to the present moment. And also writing things down helps. Like if you have a plan, you know what you're going to do, you don't have to be all scattered and freaked out about anything. It really helps. Okay, number 3, I guess that's number 6. Number 3. Number 3 is you've got to learn to distance yourself from the fear. I've had a lot of experience lately where I have been afraid, but when I'm able to distance myself and calm myself, it helps so much. So, for example, this is what you can do. Number 1, you can meditate. Meditating is awesome for calming down, being in the moment, and being able to distance yourself from what's going on, and like having some perspective on things, and realizing things that may not be as bad as you think, or it may even help you come up with a solution to overcome your fear, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. The other fun thing that I really like to do is they always say that life is a stage. So why don't you take that literally and pretend that your life is actually just a sitcom and you're playing a character, and whatever's going on with you or whatever you're afraid of is just a really funny story. So for example, if something bad happened to me, I could imagine, a lot of times I like to imagine that I am Miranda. I don't know if you guys have seen that show Miranda. It's a British TV show and she's on the BBC. She is hilarious, and sometimes I'll like to pretend what would she do in this situation, or what it would seem so funny if this was just a show. So that's a really great way to just lighten things up as well. Okay, so here's a personal story of mine to show you that fear cannot be as bad as we think. So for me, I had a story where I was petrified of toilets. Yes, I said that. I was petrified of toilets. When I was little, I went into McDonald's, and let's just say that there was a plumbing issue, and what happened was basically the toilet exploded out, and I was terrified of toilets after that, especially the kind, you know, that flush and they make that huge noise. Oh, I hated that. So all through first grade, I wet my pants every single day because we had one toilet in the classroom, and like not in the classroom, but you know, in the school, like for our class, and it was this enormous toilet, and every time you flushed it, it was like boom, and I just hated it. And I remember even being scared when other people went into it and I would hear it flush, and I was so worried that it was just gonna explode everywhere. And nobody could figure out what was wrong with me or anything like that. And looking back on it is really funny, and it's just a ridiculous fear that I had. But in the time, it was really real to me, and it paralyzed me, and it made me not function properly, pretty much. So there can always be some levity to any situation. I understand that some fears are really, really hard to overcome, and it's really hard to come and look at them from a distance and say, you know, oh, that's funny, or things like that. So I have an action step for you to help. What I want you to do is I want to take you to get a piece of paper and write down all of your fears, okay? And then once you've written down all of your fears, I want you to write down what's the worst case scenario for each of those fears. Okay, so go to the worst place that you can in your mind and say, oh, okay, so if this actually happened, then XYZ. Okay, and then once you've done that, okay, so you've got the worst case scenario written down. What would you do about it? What would your solution be? You're not going to just crawl up in the fetal position and give up. You're a fighter, and you know that you're a fighter, so what would you do? There's always going to be a solution. You're always going to figure something out. That's just the way of it. So once you know, oh, okay, so that was my fear, but I have a solution if the worst case scenario really did happen. And then, so once you've written all those down and you've released it all, I want you to rip up that paper and just throw it away. You just throw it away, because you don't need that kind of thoughts anymore. You've kind of given those up, you've written it down, you've let it go. Today is the day you're going to start something new. So you're going to go ahead and maybe you can try meditating. Like I said before, meditating is awesome for this. And meditating is a great way to start something new. It gives you space, it allows you to think about the things that you actually want as if they really are happening now. I actually just came across an awesome video on YouTube, and it's a meditation, and it's so good. It's about you kind of taking off the shackles and climbing this mountain and getting to the top and just like releasing all of your fears, like just letting them go and letting like the light of the universe like shine into you. And it gave me chills. Like by the time I got to the end of it, I just felt so light and so amazing. And I'm going to put a link to that video down below so that you guys can experience it too if you want to. I highly recommend it. It's so helpful. So anyway, those were my tips for today on how to overcome fear. I hope they were helpful. This has been a great experience, and I'm so glad I overcame my fear and did this. It's so great to talk to all of you, and I hope I can you join me next time. And if you want to leave any comments below, that would be great. Or if you want to talk to me over my website's www.genevieveCrownson.com, and I'd love to see you over there. So that's it for now. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week. Okay, love you. Bye.